No, I'm gonna say part of the problem is some of the shit we talk about. Like, there's no way I would tell my son to go get a woman out of McDonald's, and he's a well off guy. Why would I do that? Financially, she has no wherewithal. Is the reason why she's probably still working at goddamn McDonald's. Unless she's the owner of that franchise, why would I teach my son that? Why would I teach my nephew? I wouldn't. But you hear guys talk about that. Soon somebody hears it, they say, "Hey man, financially that makes no sense. Why you go get a broke ass heifer and bring her into your fold and think she's going to provide anything for you? She's not. She has no work.
What if she
She's in an efficiency apartment. She has no financial work. I'm not trying to waste my time to teach a heifer that. She should have learned that when she was in high school.
What if she a college student, Hank?
If she a college student, then she has some financial.
I said, what if she a college student?
Hear me out. I heard what you said. What if she a college student? Then I can understand that. If she a college student, she's working towards something. But you got guys who ain't talking about women and trying to go to college. They just there at McDonald's. She's 25, still working at goddamn McDonald's. She don't own shit there. She don't own the franchise. She don't own the store. She don't own anything. She just glad to pay her efficiency apartment rent and getting tricked off by some dudes named Darwin who's going to take care of her ass. That's what she happy about. Not me. Hell no. Heifer, you got to have something about you. Got to have some benefits. And if you ain't got no benefit, why am I dealing with you? You bring nothing to my table. I don't want to deal with a broke ass heifer. If she's mentally broke, I don't want her. If she financially broke, I don't want her. Why would I invest in them troubles? Men, stop doing that bullshit. Now, I know she look good because her titties are perked up. She got a nice ass, but it's more than what you're looking for. It's got to be more than, look, fellas, we need to start getting women who what we need and not what we want all the goddamn time. I know we want the best of the best, but that's not what we really need because she's not going to bring peace to your life. She's not going to bring the benefits that you really need. Get a woman that you need. The type of woman you need, that's the one you need to be invested into. Not always the woman you want. Because the woman you want going to cause you trouble and y'all going to be getting them broke-ass Burger King, McDonald's, or KFC, Popeye chicken ladies.
All right, y'all, we've got to switch to the next question. We'll put the 10-minute timer because we're only spending 10 minutes so we can get through these questions. So it's an open dialogue. I'm not calling on anybody individual. So if you got something to say, make sure you guys get it in there within that 10 minutes. Does the high divorce rate make men think marriage is a losing game? Does the high divorce rate make men think marriage is a losing game?
And I think that goes back to the impact of social media. I know that a lot of men on the panel are big into the numbers and statistics, but me personally, I'll never live life following statistics or believing statistics, because statistically, I fit every statistic to be a failure. So if I'm paying attention to those statistics of it being a high divorce rate, and I'm walking into a relationship with that, or even potentially a marriage, then you damn near gonna get divorced. So I think that if we bring back the beauty, the essence on both sides for men and women, that they can work, but it's work, then I think that would shift. But again, we have so many heartbroken and bitter men that are on platforms, and they're giving out advice. And of course, it comes with risk, but with no risk, there's no reward. You know, what if it works? What if you are in that percentage that it lasts? So that's my perception on it.
I agree. So look, people, you know what I'm saying, they want to run to the stats all the time, and you know, is that going to discourage you? I know a lot of cats that will gamble their life away on way less odds. You know what I mean? If you knew you had a 50-50 chance of either winning or losing, you'd gamble a whole lot more. You know what I mean? You literally. So sitting there saying, "Oh, 50% of them end in divorce." Well, 50% of them don't end. So what we talking about? Which way are you going to
roulette?
Well,
Right, black or red, and even that's skewed a little bit. You know, you got the 00 in there, and you got some other. Don't get me started, man. You know, that's my game. but I'm saying, you know, you have a much better chance, especially if you do the best you can vetting. You up your percentages, right? When you don't ignore the red flags and you try and figure it out and find one that might be solid, you might have a 70% chance of it being successful. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of just doing the work, because it is work. Nothing gonna be easy. If you think you're gonna get married to be happy all the time and every day, then you're doing the wrong thing. And you need to find somebody that understands that as well, or teach them as y'all go along.
On a scale of 1
Lord,
to 10,
check
how
this
many?
out though.
Oh, go ahead,
Real-
man. You have to talk. You go ahead.
All right, okay. So,
Right.
Lord, the only thing with that, right? Like a lot of dudes, we understand that men have a high risk tolerance, but you see most dudes that'll sit there and trick off his entire check on a female and not be worried about it, right? And people will go gamble their check away. But it's extremely rare where someone would trick off or gamble their entire life savings. And that's the difference when you are dealing with a divorce. You are gambling your entire future, right? That's major for men. And it's a raw deal because they're telling us that we are responsible. I know Shan mentioned Florida. They also eliminated permanent alimony in Florida. Shout to Florida, Ron DeSantis, for really like doing what he need to be doing for the dudes out here. But that's a big difference when you're talking about your entire life, your whole life savings. That's a scary thought, and it's a raw deal because women aren't required to provide any services in return. Any of her duties or responsibilities are relinquished, whereas you are possibly eternally responsible. So that goes back to that fear. That's an extremely scary thing. So we have to be very careful when we talk about the men, because it's not like, okay, well, you scared or whatever. I dig it though, man. Like, and again, even me being what would be recognized as a success so far, right? I do understand the gripes of men who are not in this position, and we also understand that women are able to psychologically show you their representative for 2 years. So you can do all the vetting you want. Sure, you can mitigate the risk, but you can't eliminate them. So we have to understand that women will do everything right. And then sometimes women just changed. There's postpartum depression. There is, menopause, right? And then now all of a sudden your sex is gone. That's a scary thing. And now you are required to remain faithful to a person who has you in a sexless marriage. And this is a lot of men's reality, right? They don't do the things. They don't value the men anymore, and they treat them poorly after a while. This can happen to any one of us, and you're expected to stay within that marriage. And now they don't respect you. They don't listen to you anymore. It's so many different things that can go wrong. So we just have to, understand why men have now become apprehensive. There's so many different reasons, and it's not the same pool, right? Like us, I can definitely say I've seen the difference between women that are in our age bracket. Even yours is a little lower than mine, but there's been a fall off when you're talking about Gen Z women right now and the options that they have and what they expect out of men and how skewed their reality is right now compared to what we had as a reality. Just imagine your children or Generation Alpha, what that's going to look like. It's getting progressively worse. So something has to change. It's going to have to be the laws, in my opinion, or it's just not going to be enticing for men.